Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another music update, and as you can tell from the title I'm here with a thrash and death metal update. Now before we get into the CDs that I've recently purchased though, I'm wanting to quickly mention Amazon Australia. So they've recently opened up within the past few months, and initially I was pretty skeptical on them, and I still am in terms of the movie side of things. However, the music side of things seems to be an entirely different story. I was pretty surprised by the range they had, and the pricing as well. The pricing is probably some of the cheapest that I've seen within Australia. I've noticed they're even, for the most part, a few dollars cheaper than JB Hi-Fi, and I've also noticed that they stock quite a few releases that are a little bit hard to find nowadays. So yeah, if you guys live in Australia and you're a music collector, whether it be CD or vinyl, because they've also got a pretty decent vinyl selection for good prices as well, I highly urge you to check out Amazon Australia, and they have really good shipping and fast shipping as well. So yeah, I will definitely be ordering from them a lot more in the future. But anyway, I just quickly wanted to mention that. Anyway, let's get on with the CDs. Okay, so we're going to start with the thrash metal first, and I actually have 3 CDs from one band, and the band is Flotsam and Jetsam. Now, I've been familiar with these guys for quite a while now, but a lot of their albums haven't really been the easiest to track down, especially for me over here in Australia, and for a good price as well. But as I mentioned earlier, I picked up these 3 albums from Amazon. So the first album right here is Doomsday for the Deceiver, which is an absolutely fantastic album. Next we have No Place for Disgrace, which is probably my favourite Flotsam and Jetsam album. And then I also picked up their self-titled album from a couple of years ago, Flotsam and Jetsam. Now, I was not expecting this, but when this arrived, this actually came in a limited edition box set. I'm not going to do an unboxing, but I will post a picture of what's included right now. So yeah, limited edition box set. It comes with the Digipack CD, a autograph, a flag, and a patch. So I was pretty impressed with that because it didn't have the listing as the limited edition on Amazon. It just had the individual CD, so that was a pretty nice surprise. But yeah, Flotsam and Jetsam, I'm sure thrash fans out there are very familiar with these guys, but if not, I definitely recommend checking them out because they are really good. Okay, and now we're going to move on to some death metal now, and the band that I'm about to show you, I'm sure anyone out there that's remotely into death metal is already well familiar with these guys. They are a classic death metal band, and that of course is Death. So I went ahead and picked up the 2-disc edition of Spiritual Healing with the slipcase. Really nice releases these. So that's that one. And to go along with that, also picked up Human. Individual Thought Patterns, which is a phenomenal album. Symbolic. And Sound of Perseverance. So I'm very happy with this purchase because it now actually completes my discography for the band, because I already owned Scream Bloody Gore and Leprosy. So really glad to knock these titles off the wish list and complete a discography. And to finish off the update, 2 more CDs, and again this also completes a band's discography for me, which really isn't hard with these guys because they have only released 2 full-length albums and 1 EP. They are a modern death metal band, and that of course is Gruesome. So this is their debut album, Savage Land, which is a fantastic album. And their most recent album from a couple of weeks ago is Twisted Prayers, which again is really good. Now if you're not familiar with Gruesome, but you are really familiar with Death and you are a big fan of Death, I think you'd really like these guys, because essentially Gruesome is a worship band of Death. So they've got a very, very similar sound from album to album to Death albums. So yeah, if you've never heard of Gruesome and you're looking for a modern death metal band which has a very similar sound to the classic death metal band Death, definitely check Gruesome out. Okay, so that does it for another music update. Let me know in the comments section below what you think of the titles that I have added into my collection. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.